Welcome. This is your host, Dr. Soyla Quesada, and here we are recording for Two Kids, One Doctorate. In this month, we are interviewing mothers who identify as single mothers. Every guest will be receiving the same 5 questions. The only thing that differs is maybe a follow-up question or something in between that we need to maybe discuss or expand on as well as their stories, right? Every woman that has been on this podcast so far has definitely shared differently how they identify within the term of single mother. With us today, we have Adalyn. She is joining us from New York. She is a mom of one. She is in the customer field, and she is also an entrepreneur. Welcome, Adalyn.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Let's jump right in, Adalyn. Share a pivotal moment in your journey as a single mother that shaped who you are today?
I think right now, it has to be when I finally when it's well on me that this is it. Like I am what you call a single mom. I guess I was in the now for a long time. I would be like, oh, he has his father, this and that. But it's like after a while, you're like, okay, they don't do X, Y, Z. There's
Mhm.
no dad there. It's just me.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I think that was like the hardest part, and that was recently also, but yeah, that's what it is. And
Yeah,
it is what it is, and we just keep moving forward.
right. It's similar to me when it was a weekend in which I was like, "Oh, he's not coming to pick up the kids, right? He stopped picking them up." And
Exactly. It's always
oh,
like gradual. It's like
yeah, it is. And it's like,
at
"Oh,
first. Mm-hmm.
or he's not going to or I'm going to ask him to come and pick up the kids or come see the kids and he's not going to show up."
Mm-hmm.
Wow, my heart broke for the kids.
Same, same, same. But
Yeah.
like after the first time, I wouldn't like tell him anymore. I'll just be like when I knew he would like he will call me if I knew it was for sure, like I'll hear him in traffic or whatever, I'll be like, get dressed, he's coming. But like I wouldn't like tell them like get ready, he's coming anymore, you know? For
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every I think every single mom has those moments of like, oh, this is the moment. What have been some of your biggest challenges and how have you learned to navigate them?
Yeah, so I would say one of my biggest challenges is just knowing that he doesn't have that father figure in his life per se.
Mhm.
I have brothers and I have my own dad and I have cousins and everybody steps it up. It takes a village, and I'm very grateful for all of that. But
Mhm.
like the main person is not the person that's around. So that
Yeah.
bothers me a lot. But
Mhm. Now, on a personal level, how do you balance self-care, work, and parenting?
I'm big on self care. That's not a problem.
Yeah. Good, good, good. And
I yeah, I have one. So I feel like I don't know. I always say my son is very low maintenance, and like God knows what he's doing when he gives certain kids to certain people. Cause sometimes I'm like, where is he? Like, I forget, sometimes I think like he's like, I'm a babysitter or something. I'm like, what room is he in? I'm like, is he here? Is he not here? Like, obviously he doesn't leave without my permission and stuff like that, but he's like crickets in his own world, reading a book or on his phone. Um, thank God he doesn't give me a lot of, he's not a kid that needs like excessive attention. So I'm like, listen, I'm going in the shower. It's self-care day. I gotta do all my mask, wash my hair, just
Mhm.
do your thing. And he's 14, so that helps a lot also. And I have family, and I'm not ashamed or scared to ask for help at any given moment. Sometimes I don't even ask. I just be like, here you go, bye.
You're like, "I brought you someone."
Mhm. Yeah,
That's
I don't
awesome.
for that, I'm not, I do have a little bit of, how do you say, what's the word? Oh my God. I forgot the word that I want to use. But from my kid, I'm like, listen, take them. Just take them.
Yeah. You're comfortable enough, like some
Yeah,
women, don't feel, and I mean, he's older now too, so that's helpful. My kids are growing up and they're much more independent. I'm
yeah,
almost in the same realm, like pasan las horas, and I'm like, "Where are they? What are they doing?" I'm like,
exactly.
"Guys, what are you
Exactly.
doing? What
Uh-huh.
room are they in? Right? Are you upstairs?
Yeah.
Where are you?" Oh my goodness, that's great.
When
And
he
so what advice would you give to other single moms trying to trust the village, right? To find the village, to put in self-care into their schedule. What kind of strategies would you be able to share with them?
um I would say just that, like find your people, find people that your kids are comfortable with, that you see them happy around, and if they're willing to help, don't ever say no. I
Mm.
One thing I always say, if it's my kid and food, I'm not saying no.
Yes,
I may
yes.
say yes. Like, mainly around family, because I'm not gonna tell you that my son sleeps over a stranger's house, none of that. No.
Mm-mm.
But family, I know my family. I know my mom, my dad, my brothers. Like his padrino is my cousin. He's great with him. He takes him for like the summer because he has like a kid around his age.
Good,
Yeah, so
good.
I have a lot of help. I cannot say like I'm raising him by myself. I always say it takes a village.
That's awesome. Great stuff. So it's feeling
Mhm.
comfortable, finding that comfort.
Yeah,
And
find your
then
village.
yeah, and then finding that village allows you to have that time for that self-care,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. I have a question that I've asked, I've asked this the same 5 questions to everyone, but this one I've had some common denominators, and I'd love to hear from you. What misconception do you think people have about single motherhood, and what would you like to say to shift that narrative?
Looked down upon in a way, if you could say.
Mhm. Yep.
Um, and it shouldn't, because I'm like, I'd rather leave the situation and have my kid have a happy mom than stay just to say that I have a husband and he and his daddy's always home and I'm miserable and then we're always fighting. So it's not always peaches and cream with the mom and the dad. God bless all those families that do have their mom and their dad. But like if you're not happy, you have to break it up. You have
Mhm.
to leave. And so that's a big misconception, like, oh, like she must be crazy or something. Like, no, I'm not
Oh.
crazy. I chose my peace.
Yes, yes. And you know what's best for your child too. And you knew
Yeah,
that choosing that was going to be better for him.
exactly.
And for women and people in general society to accept that there's so many layers of this identity of single motherhood, and that people are going to have different structures within that household or that home or that parenting structure.
Exactly.
Yeah, so thank you for that. And what legacy or values are you most intentional about passing on to your child?
Um, well, so far, what he's been doing, just be honest, be a good human. Don't hurt people, don't be kind, just normal stuff that people can't do anymore. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, pretty just that. Just be a good human. Follow the 10 commandments. Like it's not that difficult, but then there's so much going on in the world. So, yeah, just that. Be a good human, be happy.
Yeah, you need those to survive, and you need those to be a good participant of communities, and as he grows older, and if he decides to become create a family himself, like those things will be useful as well. Thank you so much, Adalyn, for being with us during this recording. We appreciate your time, and we do hope to see you and
Thank
hear
you.
you again soon. For everyone
Thank you for
listening,
having me.
oh, thank you for being here. I really do appreciate you being vulnerable and sharing this space with us.
Yeah, it was an emotional moment, but
Mm,
they
thank
need to
you.
hear this.
Yeah,
Moms
nothing.
need to know there's a lot of us. It's a lot.
Yes, 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 there are, and we don't share enough of our challenges, our wins, our joy. Because there's so much beauty too, and so much ease too. Sometimes I find with not having uh, a co-parent, right? I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
the only thing I know is to be with my children. I don't have to figure out where they're going this weekend or whatever. But there's some
Mhm.
good too in our particular scenarios. Yeah, well, thank you so much. This is your host, Dr. Soy La Quesada, and this is Two Kids, One Doctorate.